MM200 when you register. Plus, you'll earn BetMGM reward points that can be redeemed for online bonuses or converted into comps at MGM resorts. Sign up today and use MM200 to win $200 if any team hits a 3 during BetMGM's March matchups. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. You must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. New customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire in 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
I love my hardwood floors, but I wasn't sure how to take care of them. Carrying around a bucket was such a hassle. And even worse, my string mop left streaks and haze behind. Then I found Swiffer Wet Jet Wood, the all-in-one tool made specially for wood floors. Its microfiber-like pad is soft, and it sprays a light mist solution that dries fast. With Swiffer Wet Jet Wood, it's easy to keep up with the mess on my wood floors. Even that mess.
Swiffer Wet Jet Wood, proud member of the National Wood Floor Association.
At CDW, we get to be productive. It helps to avoid interruptions. Ugh, I hate those. Oh, please continue. Well, with an Acer Chromebook Enterprise device, you create machines. Yes, and they're even better when they're pre-configured by CDW experts to support uninterrupted productivity wherever your workforce goes with 4G LTE. Nice. And a battery that lasts 14 hours. Yep, great. Oh, sorry, you were saying? IT orchestration by CDW. People who get it. Find out more at cdw.com/Acer.
You're the one everyone looks to for answers. Come rain or shine, the job must get done. And you're the one who makes it happen. We get you, Jackie in Fresno, putting your employee safety first. And Manny in Chattanooga, whose local Granger team knows him by name. We're here for you and all the ones who get it done. With 24/7 customer support and access to product specialists to help you find what you need. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Let your voice be heard. Call the D Las Vegas 97.1 The Ticket studio line at 248-539-9797. The D Las Vegas, your home for Detroit sports in Vegas.
The Detroit Pistons play the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pre-game tonight at 7:35 on News Radio 950 WWJ. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
That is a big game against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Pistons, it would help them a lot if they lost.
Yeah, well,
but
it'll help them draft.
It'll help them draft. I don't, one of my friends says, well, they should start thinking about sitting Cade. I said, they're not going to sit Cade in Oklahoma City. He went to Oklahoma State. This is his first game back where he went to college.
Yeah.
Now, the fact that Bagley probably won't play, they got no Jeremy Grant. But Oklahoma City, they probably heard about Bagley. You know what? We'll sit somebody else down. And I don't think they want to win another game.
Well, Cade's back is hurting.
Yes, he is. I mean,
back-to-backs?
Yes.
Back-to-back with the back.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a complete, tank job. But, even Casey said last night after the game that, his back wasn't great the day before, but
Right. He's not going to miss playing in Oklahoma.
No.
He's not at all.
I don't think so.
Where's the needle?
Yeah. By the way, you know who else is actually William Hayes is really starting to play?
Yeah, coming off the bench. We mentioned it earlier in the week.
I know.
A completely different player. He's playing with some confidence. And right now, he came into the league at 19 years old, 18 years old. He's finding his way. He's getting better, and maybe at some point he's going to move into that starting role. But he seems very comfortable doing what he's doing, and he's having success at it.
Look, let's not get carried away. They're still not a very good basketball team.
No.
The record is what it is. But in the last month, you see promise from a lot of players. Obviously, you got Cade number one on that list. Now, for years, John, we've always heard stories about players getting paid in college athletics, particularly football, and they'll get the bag. And one of the reasons the SEC does so well is because they pay players, and you really never had concrete proof.
Right.
Fred Taylor, the former Jacksonville Jaguars star at Florida, was on the podcast Bussin' with the Boys with Will Compton, who played at Nebraska. He's in the NFL, and of course, former Michigan standout, now Tennessee Titan, Taylor Lewan, who wears the evil number 77.
Yes.
Anyway, they had Fred Taylor on, and listen to his story about his recruiting experience with two of the SEC schools.
So I heard, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard that Georgia left a duffel bag of $30,000.
I heard it was 50.
50,000.
I heard it was 50.
Either way, you can correct us, but they left you a duffel bag to sign with them over Florida. You ended up choosing Florida and kept the duffel bag.
It wasn't a duffel bag. Yeah, but it was a gang of cash, man, and
Hey, 30 or 50.
it was up there. It was.
You might have another zero. Closer to 50.
It was closer to 50. And those was the days, man. It was the days I would just go over to this guy's place and say, "Hey, I'm in West Palm. I'm visiting my mom. Come by my place." 1,000, 15, $3,000. Every time I went over it, I went over 3,000-4,000.
Yeah.
Look, we've always heard about this story, but the players, the star players, never really have ever come out and really talked about it, have they?
No, not like this. This would have been a big news story.
Now, let me tell you something. If I'm the bag man from Georgia, I'm pissed. I gave this guy $50,000 and he still went to Florida.
It's cost of doing business. How many times has this happened where because there's no contract?
I know.
Right? There's no, hey, if you don't come here, you're going to have to return this money. Because there's no legal recourse.
I know.
At that time, and if this story comes out a year ago at this time, or even 2 years ago, it's a big freaking story, and it's still kind of big. But
because
with
of the
NIL now, the statute, all that stuff,
statute of limitation, they can't do anything.
The NCAA, have they ever been able to really do anything?
No, not to the big schools.
Right, and so I mean that's part of it. But now that NIL is in effect, people look at this, and you hear the guys on it, right? They're laughing, right? This is a completely different story now than it would have been a year, 2 years ago.
Did you get offered any inducement, not about whether you want to say about Michigan, but any other schools?
No.
Why not?
I was not.
He was a tight end.
Yeah,
that's true.
They weren't paying tight ends bigger that day. We weren't top 10 draft picks at that time.
Did you hear of any of your teammates' stories?
No, I never heard any of that. And again, I've been completely honest about this before. I was, and still to this day, in a lot of these things, very naive as to what was going on or what happened. I didn't see or hear anything like this. Certainly at Michigan, but I was recruited by a number of different places, and I never heard from those guys either. Hey, did you get that bag on your front porch? Or, go over and see this guy?
Of course, but, it was before your time. It would never happen. Anthony Carter just always wanted to play in the pool. You never know. No, I'm just picking out a name. But
right.
I'm sure it happens at all the schools. I'm sure Michigan is not alone. All right, let's see what's going on in the world of news.
Oh, well, you guys, lots of Metro Detroiters were left without power on Thursday after high winds just battered southeast Michigan. I'm sure if you were out and about, you felt them yesterday. I even said that as soon as I walked into the studio yesterday morning. The winds were insane. Just driving in, I feel like I had to drive a little bit slower than normal because my car was just getting
pushed all around.
Hit with all the wind. Yeah, it's crazy. By mid-afternoon, more than 75,000 DTE and customers were without power. In Warren, there was a lot of power outages in the city. There was power lines that had fallen down. One power line fell onto a vehicle. So it was pretty crazy. Winds of 20 to 25 miles per hour were recorded with gusts up to 50 miles per hour. And then if you were driving up north in northern Michigan, there was a high wind warning for anyone who was crossing the Mackinac Bridge, which would have scared me to death. I would have not crossed. I would have waited. I'm not scared of bridges, but I don't like when it's that windy. I just don't like it.
How come we've had, it seems, maybe it's not, maybe it's just recency bias, we've had more stories of power outages in this area in the last year or so than ever before that I remember?
I think we've had more severe weather in the last year than we've had. I mean,
I was talking to Jimmy yesterday, our boss, and I was saying the same thing. I don't remember this as a kid. Like, a high wind event was like once or twice in my childhood, it seems like.
Yeah. I mean, maybe DTE, I don't know.
No, it's like Stoney, like, you remember What was the game, John? You played in it. The super windy game against Purdue, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, it was 95.
Oh, that game.
Yeah, it was sunny, then it rained, then it snowed. And, we were standing in 4 inches of water on the sideline.
Before I left my house, and I was basically a t-shirt. And it was like 65, 70 degrees. Like by the time I got to the big house, it was like 30 degrees and sleeting.
Oh, it was by far the coldest game I ever played.
Watch that game in front of the television.
Yeah.
Seems like we have a wind advisory like once a month.
Yep. This is pretty cool. To celebrate Detroit being selected to host the 2024 NFL Draft, there's going to be a big party on April 14th at Campus Martius, and everyone is invited. So head on downtown if you like, starting at 4:30 p.m. The event is going to have music and activities, food trucks, giveaways, also appearances by Lion legends, also the cheerleaders, and of course Rory will be there as well. They said the event will be emceed by Charles Davis.
Oh, he's very good. I don't want to be Mr. Red Blanket here. We got the draft. Let's have a party. I mean, whatever. I think it's great. I think people have a good time.
Coming out of what we just experienced for the last 2 years, any chance you get it to celebrate, let's freaking celebrate. We're talking about a big game being, hey, who's going to finish with the worst record? So it's a chance to just celebrate and have fun.
Have the party and all that kind of stuff, but you don't have to say why. To me, it's like not a big enough deal to have a party.
I get it.
It's a good excuse. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, just party.
I just saw it. I said, oh my God, that's so Detroit.
Hey. Celebrate it from now until the 2020, April 2024.
Let's do it. Guys, the Sparky statue at Michigan State is still standing after being hit by a suspected drunk driver on Thursday. So right around 4 p.m., police were called to this single vehicle crash, and the driver actually attempted to flee the scene, but was later located uninjured. The driver, they say, was unaffiliated with the university and was arrested and taken to the Ingham County Jail. And according to school officials, Sparty suffered 0 damage, so that's good.
Was he unaffiliated with any university?
Yes, that was my question.
Well, they didn't say that.
His car had Ohio tags.
No, they don't care that much about Michigan State.
Bad drivers.
All right, thank you, Heather. Hey, it is the Final Four weekend.
Starting route to 19615.
Besides watching the game, 97.
In 3-1-2-5. Turn left onto West 12 Mile Road.
What's up, everybody? Nick Costos here with the Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Only 4 teams remain in the big tournament Saturday in college hoops. Kansas, a 4.5-point favorite against Villanova. Total 132.5. I like the over in this game. I want to go over 132.5 with Nova and Kansas. It's one of the lowest total Kansas games we've seen all year, but I understand that Villanova wants to play slow, and they like to play slow. The teams they played in the tournament thus far don't really like to get up and down and run and gun. That's what Kansas does, and Kansas does have a talent advantage in this game. So Kansas is scoring. Nova's going to have to score to keep up, so I like the over. So coming up, Kansas, Villanova on Saturday. Let's play the over 132.5. Nova and Kansas. That's it for this Bet River Sports Betting Minute, brought to you by Bet River Sportsbook, Detroit's hometown sportsbook. Check out the latest lines today at BetRivers.com. I'm Nick Costos. Keep it locked here for more throughout the day. Must be 21, playable in Michigan. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117.
In 3 miles, take exit 17 on the left to merge onto I-696 East toward Port Huron.
Locations across the country. Builders First Sources Spring Deck Expo is this Saturday from 10 to 2 at their Clinton Township location. Come meet with tech specialists now and enjoy your deck this summer with brands like Trex, TimberTech, Azek, and more. 24 colors in stock and ready for delivery. Come for the free hot dogs and decking samples and leave with a game plan and get a quote on your future deck this Saturday from 10 to 2 at the Builders First Source in Clinton Township.
Start your bracket with a bang right now. FanDuel Sportsbook is giving new customers a $150 instant bonus guaranteed. That's right. You get $150 in bonus site credit. All you have to do is place your first bet of $5 or more. How you bet on the brackets, up to you. You can choose from the money line, totals, prop bet, tickets, and so much more. Join FanDuel today with the promo code Doug. Then you can place your $5 bet to score $150 in bonus site credit guaranteed. That's promo code Doug on the FanDuel Sportsbook.
In 2 miles, take exit 17 on the left to merge onto I-696 East toward Port Huron.
$10 first deposit required. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable site credit that expires in 14 days. After receipt, restrictions apply. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problems, call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help.
Stay in the left 3 lanes.
Official partner of 97 the ticket.
Starting stronger starts at AutoZone. They've got battery solutions for free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination.
You probably wouldn't leave thousands of dollars on the table at a diner. Why leave thousands on the table with your tax return? Jackson Hewitt will help make sure you don't. This year, there are thousands of dollars worth of new tax credits. Your Jackson Hewitt Tax Pro will help you track down every last one, so you get your biggest refund guaranteed. Don't leave thousands on the table this year. Discover thousands of dollars in tax credits instead. Learn more at jacksonhewitt.com.
Millions of people use Zoom Phone, the innovative and feature-rich cloud phone system for businesses of any size. Zoom Phone is simple to use, whether you're on a mobile
Use the
device,
left lane to take
desktop,
exit
laptop,
17 on the
or
left to
phone.
merge onto
Because every
I-696
call
East
is
toward
important to your
Port
business,
Huron.
Zoom Phone was built with reliability in mind, using geographic redundancy to keep your communications online. Empower your workforce with Zoom Phone. Visit zoom.com/phone system. Zoom, how the world connects.
Exit left.
The Detroit Red Wings host the Ottawa Senators. Friday tonight at 7:15 on 97.1 The Ticket. Live from the Jamie Samuelson studio, here's Stoney and Jansen.
97.1 The Ticket. The telephone number 248-539-9797.
In 8.3 miles, take exit 18 to merge onto I-75 South toward Flint, Detroit.
Games they lost last night. They win 102-94 in the emergence of Kate Cunningham.
Yes. This happened last night.
He was great. I got there early last night. I asked Doc Rivers difference early. He goes, early on, he was just trying to fit in and things like that. Now he knows he's the best player.
Right.
Pretty revealing comment. Coach of the other team. That team.
How do you make of it?
Well, I didn't love the trade because I don't like James Harden. I mean, I don't think the James Harden we're seeing now is the James Harden we saw 2-3 years ago. And it's basically being Tobias Harris is coming to the max. He's good, but they have no bench, really. And they'll be lucky to win one round. And I have my friends, after they made a trade, they're going to the Eastern Conference Finals. No, they're not. Not that good. They don't play really good defense. It's all Embiid, right? It's not bad for them.
Yeah. He's wasted some really good years with some insufficient players around.
I mean, look, they still have good players. Harden still 57. Is obviously this is a huge game, a huge weekend. The Kansas game too. But do you have any plans where it's an event like a wedding or a mitzvah or something where you're not going to be able to watch the game? I know one of my friends got married 89.
Yeah.
And I couldn't go to Seattle to cover it because I was like the best man in the wedding party.
And you fulfilled your service?
Fulfilled my service, and we watched Sean Higgins tip in at the bar in the country club where the reception was, and then the wedding started.
At least you had to see it.
I had to see it. Didn't get to see the second. They didn't have a TV. Watch the second game. Running around. To see the ball game. I was at another wedding. Another after the year was they got married, and he did have a huge TV set up with a computer band so people could watch. But why? I don't know. It's like sometimes, especially college football.
Saturday in the fall.
You know the schedule.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're worried about an NFL thing, you don't know. So we'll find out in a couple of weeks what the plan schedule is. And a lot of these big events have to be planned, over a year in advance. So I get that.
Yeah, but okay, so you don't plan it. I mean, not a lot of people get married on Sunday. That's generally Saturday. But if you're concerned about missing a game, then don't schedule it on a Saturday in the fall or Sunday in the fall or Super Bowl Sunday. I mean, those are planned way out in advance.
Yes.
The Final Four, we knew what this weekend was going to be. And so if you're a North Carolina fan, and maybe you're sitting there going, you know what, probably not going to be in the Final Four. Things haven't gone well.
Right.
I'll go ahead and schedule a concert set and perform.
That's a different story.
But it all goes to scheduling major events, life events. And it's concerts, not life event.
Right.
But I could somewhat understand it. But if you're a North Carolina fan, chances are you're a big basketball fan.
Chances are.
Duke. Chances are you're a big basketball fan. Like, this is the...
In 2 miles, take exit 18 to merge onto I-75 south toward Flint, Detroit.
And so, this is 2 games, it's a Saturday, you don't have to worry about waking up the next morning, go to work. Why would you schedule, if you're just a gigantic basketball fan, why would you do that?
If you've ever had this, if you schedule an event during the big game, or you've been to an event, into a event like a wedding, whatever, bring down, let us know how that went.
Or if you are engaged and your fiance says, hey, April 2, we're going to get married. And hey, well,
Saturday after Thanksgiving, we're getting married.
I think that's what people would do. I mean, because it's a lot of reasons. It's not just the football.
Right.
It's a holiday, yes. The whole holiday weddings.
I also think, though, it's easier said than done. Because when you go to plan your wedding, I'm thinking of the female side anyway, because when I was so excited, I'm looking at venues, they only have certain dates if you want a spring wedding, a fall wedding, like you don't get your whole choice of days because a lot of days are already booked. And you're not always thinking about
Use the right 2 lanes to take exit 18 to merge onto I-75 south toward Flint, Detroit.
Maybe, yes, I know there is, but there's not always a lot of options. Sometimes you have to take that one specific Saturday that may fall on a game day. Like, you don't always have a lot of options for the specific venue that you really want.
I agree with Heather
just
here.
laying that
Take
out
the
there.
exit,
And I'm a
then
sports
keep
fan.
right
I
to
think
merge onto
sports fans in
I-75
general
south toward Detroit.
Overreact with this. I almost borderline hate this topic, to be quite honest with you.
Keep right to merge onto I-75 south toward Detroit.
So I would avoid. I would avoid, the Super Bowl, like you said, it's on a Sunday. I would definitely avoid that. I would try to even avoid that weekend. And I will say this, I think the NFL has compromised itself a little bit with people there, because you were going to see a Super Bowl Sunday on Valentine's Day now. And some people like to get married on Valentine's Day. And so, therefore, it has brought that into the equation a little bit. Josh shaking his head, and that's okay.
That's true. I would avoid
married on Valentine's
You mentioned the Super Bowl, Gov, for the girls' bar.
In 1.6 miles, take exit 59 toward M102, an 8-mile road.
I said, he goes, but it's the lines. I said, yeah. There's always our luck. That would be the year. So they did it.
It's your fault. You should have just kept that scheduled, and the Lions would have their Super Bowl championship.
So we had it a few weeks earlier in December.
I just, in the end, I would definitely try to avoid like a Valentine's or a Super Bowl type right around that at least. I would avoid Thanksgiving weekend.
I don't like holiday weekends.
And after that, I mean, obviously Christmas. I mean, nobody's going to do that. You know, I'm not against a New Year's Eve wedding.
Neither am I.
I think it'd be fun.
I went to a bar mitzvah party on New Year's Eve. It was great.
But I don't know if I would avoid Michigan State, because I'm with Heather. The bookings, there's only so many weekends that you want to do this. A lot of people don't want to
Use the right lane to take exit 59 toward M102, an 8-mile road.
But here's the issue, okay, is
humidity.
Yes. Okay, for the wedding, for the big event, I can understand that. But every single year, it's going to be an anniversary.
Take the exit, then continue onto South Chrysler Drive. Continue onto South Chrysler Drive, then turn left onto East 8-Mile Road.
Sports with you. It sets you up for failure. Give me a frickin' break.
That's in the conversation when you set the date. Okay, so we got married Michigan State weekend, and you just go, well, honey, in the future, if this falls exactly on our anniversary, do you care if that 1 year if we go out on Friday night instead of Saturday?
Most women
no.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter until it matters.
You gotta go out on the date or it's not worth it.
248-539-9797. And the other thing, have you ever married your rival or were going to marry a rival and the rivalry got in the way? I can't imagine that, but who the hell knows? 97.1, The Ticket.
In a quarter mile, take a slight right turn onto East 8-Mile Road.
From the WWJ AM 950 Traffic Center, so far so good on the drive this morning. Really not much to slow you down as it's been pretty clear so far. No
Continue
accidents
straight.
or slowdowns, and things are pretty clear out at 94 if you're heading out towards Metro Airport. No issues getting in or out of downtown either. Now coming up this weekend, there is some flex lane work zone projects coming up. That
Take a
includes
slight
96
right turn
westbound,
onto
a
East
double
8 Mile
right lane
Road.
closure between 275 and Kent Lake Road, scheduled to begin 8 o'clock tonight through Monday morning. I'm Michelle Pena with traffic.
Go past this light. Then at the next
Make
one,
your first
turn right.
wager and win big during BetMGM's March matchups. Download the BetMGM app and place a $10 moneyline wager on any college tournament game. If any team hits a three-pointer during the tournament, you'll win $200 in free bets. Just use the code MM200 when you register. Plus, you'll earn
In half a
BetMGM
mile,
reward
turn
points
left onto
that
Outer
can be
Drive East.
redeemed for online bonuses or converted into comps at MGM Resorts. Sign up today and use MM200 to win $200 if any team hits a three during BetMGM's March matchups. Visit BetMGM.com for terms and conditions. You must be 21 years of age or older to wager. Michigan only. New customer offer. All promotions are subject to qualification and eligibility requirements. Rewards issued as non-withdrawable free bets or site credit. Free bets expire in 7 days from issuance. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help. Excludes Michigan disassociated persons.
This is Boomer Esiason with an Odyssey Sportsman. It's sponsored by Get Upside. Download the Get Upside app now and use promo code SCORE for a limited $5 bonus. That's promo code SCORE. While Mike Krzyzewski dominates the headlines, his counterpart, North Carolina's Hubert Davis, is the first man since 1998 to lead a team to the Final Four in his first year as a college coach.
Turn left onto Outer Drive East.
2 times in a row and send Mike Krzyzewski packing for good. I'm Boomer Esiason.
Carrie, can you make sure Aiden's cleaned up?
Restaurant Week has Sanjay's tables jam-packed. Please refill. He needs more servers to keep these new customers coming back.
Let's keep these tables turning as fast as
In
possible.
1.1 miles, turn right onto Hass
Indeed
Street.
can help him hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. Our hiring platform instantly connects you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
303 Products has everything you need to clean and protect your ride. From our flagship Protectant to the revolutionary new graphene nano spray coating, tires and wheels, interiors and leather, waxes and sealants. The list goes on when it comes to keeping your car looking its best. You've got a lot of choices. You can trust this family-owned company that formulates and manufactures its premium products right here in the USA. For more information, head to 303radio.com.
You've heard me talk about USA Insulation, but I want you to hear what Michael, a veteran home inspector who has inspected thousands of homes, had to say.
Every time I walk into a USA Insulated home, you can feel the difference.
He feels the difference as soon as he walks in because it's more comfortable, quieter, and has more consistent temperatures on every floor. But it was more than a feeling because Michael tested the reduction of floor air loss in other insulations versus USA Premium Foam.
Working with other insulation companies, usually I'll get a 20 to 30% reduction. With USA Insulation, when I found it was a 53% reduction, it was staggering.
And here's great news. April is National Installation Month, and USA Installation is celebrating with free installation. That's right, you only pay for the foam. The labor is free, and just in time to get your home ready for the hot summer and big electric bills. Make your home feel all year like it does in the spring. And this month only, get free installation. 1-800-USA-FOAM, 800-USA-FOAM, or USAinstallation.net.
USA Insulation. Come on, come in, let the fun begin.
At MichiganLottery.com, the one place you'll find exclusive games like Queen of Diamonds and Michigan Cash Draw, plus Powerball and Mega Millions that can reach $1 billion. Cash out online or at your favorite store. And all proceeds support Michigan schools and businesses. Get $20 with a $20 deposit using promo code RADIO. Knowing your limits is always the best bet.
Navien tankless water heaters, the proven leader in condensing technology. Request a Navien because you deserve the best in endless hot water delivery. Learn about Navien's condensing tankless water heaters and find a Navien contractor at tanklessmadesimple.com. April is Earth Month, and you can celebrate with the best playlist of songs about Mother Earth. Hear music from the Beatles, Childish Gambino, David Bowie, and many more. Search for One Thing Radio on the Odyssey app to listen. What's your one thing?
The destination is on your right, 19615 West Street.